Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's shout out goes to Daily Solutions. Daily Solutions was first in one of my recent videos, and thus wins this shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and I got something new and unusual for you folks today. This is the Go-Go Bird Eagle, this box here. What's inside this box here, actually? What is the Go-Go Bird Eagle? Well, it's something I've demonstrated previously, which is called an ornithopter. And what is an ornithopter, folks? It is an aircraft that flies like a bird by flapping its wings. It has flappable wings. Let's open it up and show you what you can get in the box here. So, again, you get a nice carrying case for the drone. And what we get in the drone, you get instruction manual, actually a quick start guide. The main instruction manual is in the top here. I'll go over that shortly. You get the controller. And what else do you get in this unboxing? I rarely do unboxings, but this one I think deserves an unboxing. You get a battery. I think there's another battery inside the drone itself, but we'll find out. You get a battery charger. Now this battery charger uses USB Type-C connector, so common connector to charge the battery. You get screwdrivers and some screws. This does require some minor assembly. I'll discuss that here shortly. You get the main fuselage section, the bird itself, the eagle. Let's take it out like so and bring it up close to show it to you folks. Requires some assembly, as you can see here, and namely we got to put the wings on and the tail on. And I'll go over that here shortly. And there's a little note here telling us that the on-off switch is right under the skin right here. So, oops, it's already got a battery in it, as you can see there. I should have turned it on right now, but let's turn it off. There we go. So now we know that this does indeed have a battery inside of it. And you get the tail section. And the tail section is actually elevators and ailerons. What do you call them? Ailerons or elevons? Or I think it's ailerons. I think that's correct pronunciation for it, folks. But in effect, we got two control surfaces on the tail here, and each is independently controlled by its own servo here on the front of the tail section. And that will snap in like so. And I'll show the, and we got to plug in the servos first on left and right servo before we do snap it in. But we'll go over here shortly, assembly. Additionally, in the box, we get the wings, and the wings are on the top part of the box, so I'm going to rotate like so to get the wings, and they're held down by tape. But of course you get two wings, or they're hinged wing like so. And also this has a little alert showing you that the battery is, or the on-off switch is right beneath the wings, along with a little warning saying this is the front of the flying wing, please tear off the sticker before installing. Okay, so the front's up here, and this is the bottom of the wing, I believe. Yeah, it's got to be the bottom, showing the struts that are coming out of the wing. And finally, what you get in the box is the main instruction manual for this particular aircraft, showing you how to put it together and how to fly it. So let's go over assembly first, and then we'll go over how to fly it. So hold on, folks, while we go over assembly. Okay, we're going to go over assembly now of the ornithopter. I recommend laying it out on a table. This is the way I got it here. I also recommend noting which side is top and bottom. The side with the stickers is the top. Notice that I tried to remove that one. It's telling you which one is a sticker and left some residue. So I would recommend maybe leaving your stickers on. Don't remove your stickers because they can leave some residue. But the first thing we need to notice is these 4 screws, the assembly screws on this body of this eagle. We got 2 screws here for attaching the wings, along with 2 screws in the back section here that are also used for attaching the back part of the wing, and 1 screw on the top of this back section here, which is used for attaching the tail surface. Additionally, there are 2 little plugs in the back here for attaching the servo connectors from the tail section into that. But what I'm going to do first, folks, is remove all 4 of these screws. I'm going to do it off camera and then place them down side by side and then we'll continue on with the assembly. So hold on while I remove these screws. Okay, I've removed the screws. We got 2 cap screws which are used for holding the top of the wing surface to the fuselage of the body of the eagle, along with these 2 long screws, again, which are used for attaching the back part of the wing to the back section of the fuselage, and this one tiny little screw which is used for attaching the tail surface. So the first thing we need to install is the wing. And again, we need to note which side is the top, and that's the side which had the labels or has the label. And what we want to do is first install these spars into the holes on the eagle, and we push the spars in until we hear a click. Okay, there. Okay, the next thing we should attach is these back surfaces. Okay, one goes back connectors here, as you can see. Let's see, make sure you can see that. These go in here, and then those 2 long screws hold these back connectors in place. Okay, I got them in there like so, and then I need to install these long screws. So hold on while I do that, folks. these long screws are a little tricky, so I'm going to go off camera, but again, I'm going to insert these screws in through the holes to hold the back section of the wing on. So hold on, folks. Took a little bit of finesse there to get them to thread in there, but as you see, they're threaded through and through the connector. Now all I need to do is screw them all the way in and seat them by screwing them in. So hold on while I do that, and we'll continue on with the top portion, assembly of the top portion, by inserting those screws into the top. So hold on while I do this. Yeah, it doesn't take long at all to insert that. And that one's in place. So the next thing we need to do is put these top screws in. And then you got to find the holes. There's the hole. Let's see if you can see that. Bring it up there. It helps that they've made them, it's brass color. So we've got to put these caps over that hole. And these caps automatically center the screws, so that makes it nice and easy too, having that automatic centering with these caps. And then we screw it in like so. That's in place. And the next one, we put it over that hole, center it, and it popped off. Let's try it again. Okay, and screw them. Here, I'm going to have to use 2 hands here, folks. Let's put it down on the table for this back one here. Get through that hole, center it. And is that recording? Yeah, it is. So there's the assembly of the wing. Make sure that's in there. Okay, wing is assembled. All 4 attach points. These 2 in the back again, and 2 on the top. Next thing we need to do is install the servo plugs into the back here. Now notice that the pins on these plug holes are on the bottom of these holes. So make sure the pin holes on your plugs are also on the bottom before attempting to insert them. Otherwise you might bend the pins. Let's see, make sure you can see what I'm doing here. I'm having a hard time seeing myself here with my old eyes. Better look from the top. There we go. So there we go. 1 servo plugged in, and again checking the holes and plugging the second servo in like so. I'm going to speed this up here section. Oh, there we go. There it goes. Servo's plugged in. So the next thing we got to do is make sure these wires are down and out of the way, because they do get in the way when you do this final slide in of this spar section in the back here. They like to pop up, and you want to keep them down out of the way so that you can get this all the way forward. And we did. Now all we need to do now is insert that final screw into that hole there. A tiny screw. This is the small screw we got. And that small screw holds this thing in place, surprisingly. There we go. And we should just be about assembled. And we are. So that's the assembly of the go-go bird. The go-go eagle, actually. Now there are other go-go birds out there. They're small ones. This one is a monster though compared to them. That's why they call it the eagle. So one thing I haven't shown you before we continue on here with the review is the location of the battery. There's a battery bay right in the belly here, and the battery's placed in there. There's a battery cover, and we'll talk about the battery here shortly. I want to go over the rest of the drone and especially the controller. So hold on while we do that, folks. Okay, with the go-go bird fully assembled, let's go over the bird, what we got here. It's, again, a large version of the go-go birds. There are other go-go birds out there. They're tiny little things. This one's a monster, folks. Okay, again, an eagle-sized version. 700 millimeter wingspan from wingtip to wingtip when it's fully extended. Again, comes with a storage carrying case for taking it out in the field, although again it does require some assembly to get in there from that storage case, so keep that in mind. Maybe you want to have it already constructed before you head out to the field. I prefer to do that. Okay, it is 3-channel control of throttle. Throttle is forward and backward like this, is increases the speed of the flap, decreases the speed of the flap, also turning left and right, and it also has some elevator control too. I'm not sure how that actually works, but we'll go out into the field because okay, this is throttle, this is roll. How do you activate both at the same time for the 3rd channel of control? But I'm not sure. We'll find out when we fly this. Other buttons on this controller. Let's talk about the controller first off here. It binds automatically when you turn on the ornithopter first. Well, I don't have a battery in there. Then you turn on the controller like so, and then you look for a blue light in here that should indicate connection. But when you want to turn on the wings or turn on the drone to get it start flapping in idle, you press in on this stick like so, and that starts the flapping. And then you hand toss it, and if you want to go up or fly faster, you push forward, and you want to come down and fly slower, you pull back and again fly left or right with the stick like so. It does also have additional modes. You can go to normal mode, quick mode switched, and quick mode, which would be expert mode, which would give you tighter turns. Normal mode gives you slower turns when in yaw or roll or whatever you want to call it with this ornithopter. It also has 1 key return. Now all this does, folks, this 1 key return button here is it will cause the oh, that's cool. I didn't know it had that. It also has screeching of an eagle. But anyways, you press that 1 key return button, and this will fly in the exact opposite direction it was pointed at takeoff. For its 1 key return, in effect. This button here. It's not true return to home. Don't depend on this for return to home. It just flies it the exact opposite direction it was pointed at takeoff. Now it also has circle mode, which you activate by pressing this button here, this bottom left button, and the ornithopter will go into circle flight. And finally, there is a volume control for low. There's high volume there. I'm going to leave it on high volume for the flights. These 2 buttons in the front are called shift buttons. There's no explanation what they do in the manual other than you can use them if you lose bind from the controller to the ornithopter. You can rebind it, reconnect it if you lose connection by holding both buttons down simultaneously while turning on the controller while the ornithopter is already plugged in and turned on. So that's the controller. Pretty neat that I didn't know it had those sound effects too, but that's cool. Let's go. What else you get in the box? You get the ornithopter, of course, the eagle. You get a quick start guide. You get the detailed instruction manual. You get 2 batteries. I got 2 batteries in my version. I think they're available with 1, 2, or 3, but the one that I got came with 2. You get the charger. You get a micro screwdriver. By the way, for this charger, you're going to need to provide your own micro USB cable. I don't think one came in the package, at least that I've seen. Wait a minute, let me double check. But no. Nope, You got to provide your own cable for that, so keep that in mind. And you get the controller. Okay, before we go flying, let's talk about the battery. I didn't mention this, but to install the battery, you zip open the case like so. There's a little cover for the battery. You got to remove that cover first by pulling the snap down. And the snap is on the front part of the battery compartment. Keep that in mind. And to install a battery, all you do is slide the battery in. It's just a modular battery. It slides in place. And then you reinstall the cover like so. Again, the snap goes toward the front. And I got to keep that in mind. And the cover goes back in place like so. And then you re-snap it in and then re-zip it. And I hit the on-off switch by accident. Well, we got it on. Let's turn this on real quick.
Remote control connected successfully.
Ooh. I am going to try something. I'm going to turn it on. Let's try it. And turn it off. We'll press it again. Okay. There it is. Pretty cool, huh? Let's take this out in the field, folks. I'm dying to fly it. Let's see how it flies. Hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and welcome to the maiden flight of the Go-Go Bird Eagle. I'm kind of excited to fly it. Let's see how it flies, folks. Okay, to turn this on, we need to turn the on-off switch here. Hear the cheap chirp of the ESCs. Hey, by the way, I forgot to mention, this has brushless motor in it. We're connected. This has a brushless motor, folks. Not a brush motor aircraft at all. Now, before I fly, let me put my glasses on so I can see it better in the air. Glasses are on. Okay. Remember, to start this, let's see, the wind's coming that way. Start this, you press this into the stick, like so. Whoop, I pressed. When you toss it, just toss it and let it fly. It seems to fly well. I pressed the button twice and it landed. So that's automatic takeoff and automatic landing with it. So let's try it again. Starting motor. I'm not doing anything, folks. Let's go a little faster and higher. It tells you what altitude's at.
20 meters flight altitude, 10 flight altitude.
It's a high flyer.
16 feet.
Okay, let's try these, slow down. Slowing it down, let's let it glide from up there. Wow, this thing flies high. Not into the trees, please. This thing flies high. Pushing forward to climb. Trying to bring it back toward us. Okay, we're pretty high up here. Let's bring it down lower so you can see it. But pretty darn cool. I like this thing. Turn it to the left. Slow it down to turn. If you go too fast, it doesn't turn very quickly. Now let's go to a higher rate. Okay, we're at a high rate now. Turn to the right. Oh, it turns much faster when you go to high rate. So, this is cool. This is freaking cool. Kind of like this. I've never seen anything like this. Let's press those function buttons, switch buttons. Did nothing. Turn it to the left. Let's see how high we can get this. Climbing. Okay, again to go higher, you push forward. Okay, slow it down. Let's glide it. Coming around to me. This thing really is cool. Now I don't have any wind I'm not sure how well this will do on a windy day, but out here in a low wind day, it's pretty cool. It's measuring the altitude. It's up there. Let's go forward. Okay, from up there, let's glide it. Gliding it. It doesn't turn very far, or to the right very well. It turns to the left pretty good. It'll turn to the right, but it's slow. Let's try turning to the right. Oh, there we go. There's another big bird over there. I wonder if he's going to come this way. Now, we do have bald eagles around here. I'd be curious to see what the outcome would be between this and a real bald eagle. We do have real bald eagles around here. In fact, there could be one over there. Function buttons. They don't do nothing. I pressed the function buttons, but they don't seem to do anything. Okay, we haven't tried the circle mode. Let's go over, come overhead, and press circle. I pressed the circle button, and there it is. It does right turns in the circle. And okay, it broke out of it. To break out of the circle, all I had to do was use the stick. How about one key return? Let's see if it'll come back to me. Going overhead. Let's head off that way there. That way, one key return. And there it is, one key return. I just did a turn. Coming down lower, let's bring it lower and closer. I like this toy. It's cool. Okay, go up, you push forward, slow down and come down, you pull back. This is the coolest ornithopter I've flown yet. So I've flown others. This one actually works as you think an ornithopter should work. This one does. Okay, this isn't like the little toy ones. It flies a long time, going up higher and higher. 20 meters up, coming back down. I better turn it around. Okay, try to bring it back toward me. I went too far that way. Uh-oh, what do we got over here? Something coming to see me. I don't know what that is. I better come down lower. Come back toward me. It keeps wanting to fly over that way. I still got this. Okay, aircraft's landing. It landed behind there. I think I hit that circle position button. Let me go get it. It landed behind the shed over there. It was still doing circles. I still had it in circle mode. So hold on. We're going to give you my final thoughts on this. This was actually pretty damn cool. So hold on, folks. Okay, the wind's picking up here, so I doubt I'll be able to get any more flight out of it. The wind's getting real breezy right now. But one thing about this controller, we were in circle mode there toward the end there. Although I could fight it, once I let go of the stick, it would continue circling again. And the problem with these buttons on the bottom here, circle mode and one key return. Well, the one key return tells you when you're in that mode, but this circle mode doesn't. There's no aural indication, no beep or anything that you press this button. So if you enter into orbit mode, you don't know it until it starts circling. And you don't know if you've turned it off either. So, hey, let's see if there's any more battery power. The wind is still blowing a little bit more than I'd like, but let's see if I got any more flight time out of this. So. Well, yeah, there's still a little more power. Doesn't want to turn to the left. Or turn to the right. It'll turn to the left. Trying to bring it back.
Flight altitude 10 meters equals 30.
In high rate. Turn to the left. Yeah, the wind's picking up a bit here. We're seeing how this flies in wind. I'd say about 5 miles per hour right now, but yeah, once the wind picks up, well, it's fighting it.
Aircraft
No battery. So
manually.
I gotta return it manually. Okay, we'll do that. Trying to bring it back. The wind blows it over there.
5 meters each aircraft, no batteries. Please return home manually.
And we're gonna land it right there. Gotta remember to press that button to stop the landing. So that's the Go-Go Eagle. We're low battery. That's our flight time we get out of it. It's pretty cool. I kind of like it. But again, you need a low wind day to fly it. Gets breezy like right now, and it starts to get a little erratic. So, but on low wind, this is awesome to fly. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Look how the wind's blowing the wing up. Quadcopter 101. Signing out with the Go-Go Bird Eagle.